Hello, MCU fans. Today we're going to take a look at the latest news on the Phase 5 through 6 slate. There have been so many announcements coming out from Marvel recently, and while I don't like to do a video every time an announcement comes out, when there's been this many, it's time to pull them all together and do a comprehensive video on all the great news. I think you're really going to enjoy this, so let's dive right in and see what we can find out. Don't forget, we have a May contest running all month long. Be a subscriber, leave a comment. You can win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And we have the membership option in case you want to help me with my goal of doing this full-time one day. But honestly, no matter how you support the channel, it's all greatly appreciated. Leaving comments, liking videos, and subscribing, those things go a long way too. So thank you so much. All right, so one thing I want to talk about is that Marvel Studios now has 3 major new divisions: Marvel Studios, Marvel Television, and Marvel Animation. And then there's also the Marvel Spotlight label that we saw that recently in the Echo series, and that was in particular, it was trying to say, hey, you don't have to watch anything else and you can dive right in and enjoy Echo on its own. Well, it kind of seems they're using that mentality for all the divisions. So let's look at what Brad Winterbaum had to say. He says, we want to make sure that Marvel stays an open door for people to come in and explore. On the heels of Endgame, I think there was maybe a little bit of an obligation to watch absolutely everything in order to watch anything. As you know, as a comics fan, they're designed to just pop in, find something you like, and use that to enter into the universe. And then you can explore and weave around based on your own preferences. So part of the rebranding of Marvel Studios, Marvel Television, Marvel Animation, and even Marvel Spotlight is to, I think, try to tell the audience you can jump in anywhere. They're interconnected, but they're not. You don't have to watch A to enjoy B. You can follow your bliss. You can follow your own preferences and find the thing you want within the tapestry of Marvel. Really cool. I like that approach. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out, but I think that's a good way to go and to make new fans feel, less intimidated in jumping into the MCU. Okay, so this, I think, is the Phase 5 likely slate. Notice anything in yellow is a Disney Plus show, anything in red is an MCU movie, and anything in blue is a Sony movie, which, of course, in the multiverse at least is tied to the MCU, which is why I'm including them. So you're going to see on here some things by Marvel Studios. You'll already see some Marvel Television popping up as well as Marvel Animation. So very cool. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is What If. I did not think I would be placing this early in the slate. Now, they have not given an official date for it. I want to stress that. I'm guessing summer 2024, but you'll see why here in just a second. So we kind of know that it's mostly done, right? We saw a trailer for it already. It seemed pretty clear that some of the episodes were ready to go. Well, Brad Winterbaum has now said that What If, Season 3, that might be the one that comes out next in terms of animation. That is the culmination of a trilogy. We're actually close to completing that one, and it really feels like you've gone through this amazing emotional experience with Uatu in a way that's, well, what's great about the Watcher is he presents himself as uncaring, cold, and just an observer, but he cares more than everybody and anybody, and that is on full display in the 3rd season. So the key there is, it might be the one that comes out next in terms of animation. I'm telling you what, I did not see that coming. I'm excited, but I did not expect that because I thought we were going to get Eyes of Wakanda and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man next. I mean, they announced November as the release for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man a while ago, and Eyes of Wakanda was at least announced as 2024. So are we getting all of them? I don't know. That'd be really cool if so. Well, let's look at what Brad did say about both Spider-Man and the Wakanda series. He says, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is amazing, to say the least. I think it's really going to surprise people. It's very much like a cut from that Steve Ditko era of comics. It's Peter Parker back in high school, just trying to make it work, take care of his aunt, completely broke, and having to be a superhero. It's so essentially Spider-Man. And what Jeff Tremont, the creator of that show, did, which I think people are going to love, is he built this ensemble of characters around Peter that you fall in love with. Similarly, just because it's long-form storytelling, as those relationships brew, when the stakes rise in that first season, things really feel tragic and dangerous and pretty incredible. So I love that show. That's great. He seems pretty excited about it. And then for Eyes of Wakanda, he said, Eyes of Wakanda is an MCU show. So basically it ties directly into the main MCU. This is the history of Wakanda as told through the War Dogs, and it's some of the best animation we've ever done. Todd Harris is the creator of that one. That's just such a cool show. Okay, so I mean, they both seem like they're moving along, but it sounds like we're getting What If before the other two. Wild. All right, next we have Agatha All Along, and then I'm still keeping on here the special presentation Scarlet Witch, Witch's Road. I don't think that's happening. I think it's been rolled into Agatha All Along, but hey, the logo looks cool, so we'll keep it on here for now. But Agatha All Along, that is definitely right around the corner. So we know it's been filmed and wrapped. You can see kind of a little behind the scenes photo here. And then this is what we learned officially, that the series will debut with 2 episodes on September 18th. So awesome. Can't wait for that to arrive. It's going to be right around the corner. All right. Next, I'm going to talk about Kraven the Hunter. Notice that it has been moved to December 13th of 2024, where I'm betting it's been sent to die. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kraven. I'm talking to you, buddy. I don't have much hope, or at least Sony appears to not have much hope for your movie. So let's look at what little we know. Sony's Kraven the Hunter is being pushed back from its August release, moving to December 13th, 2024. It'll screen on IMAX and premium large formats. And then this is kind of funny. With a coveted Christmas time release date open, Sony is positioning Kraven as an R-rated option for the end of the year. Because you know what? Nothing says Christmas like Kraven the Hunter biting off people's noses. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to go. I'm going to go, and I'm going to make a video on it, but I'm losing faith in this movie. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think this means to move that far into the end of the year? And then the other thing I'll discuss is some news on Daredevil Born Again. Notice the Marvel Television logo there. And we now know March of 2025. So we got the new logo, and there's Vincent and Charlie, just as excited as can be, which that makes me excited, right? If those two are excited about it, I'm excited. And then we learned that it is ready to go on March of 2025. It's going to be 9 episodes, as far as I understand, and then we'll get the other 9 at a later point, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. So, yeah, very, very cool. So this, I think, is everything up to March of 2025. All right, now let's continue on with Phase 5. And we do have some updates here, and some things I just kind of want to throw out and get your opinion on. I mean, this is a guess. Sony has not said that they're going to put Spider-Man 4 in June 27th of 2025. It is one of their slots. I'm making it red because it's technically MCU, but it's a Sony movie. I don't know. I don't see how they could possibly get it done by then, though. Let me know your thoughts. I don't see it coming out then. And then, of course, we have the Spider-Verse movie. I got no idea for that. I just put winter 2025 to keep it in Phase 5, but who knows? I mean, they don't seem very far along on that either. So you never know. We may get one or both in 2025, but let me know your thoughts on that. At least we do know that we're going to get a Spider-Man noir series with Nick Cage reprising the main role. Very exciting. And it'll be on Amazon and I think MGM also, but certainly on Amazon Prime Video. So very cool. We don't know much about it. They don't have a release date, but it's coming. So that's exciting. So go Sony. I'm all behind that one. Let's make it happen. All right, so just pointing out that both Ironheart and Wonder Man are finished filming. Ironheart's been finished for quite a while, and Marvel has continued to state they're coming out. So I'm expecting them. We'll wait and see. Then we got Marvel Zombies and X-Men 97, some more of the animated shows. I thought we were going to get Zombies in 2024, but if it's moving to 2025, Halloween makes sense. And then I don't know when we're going to get X-Men 97 Season 2. I hope it's way before winter 2025, but the slate looks pretty full. I don't know where else to put it because I don't think they're going to double up shows. So yeah, it's going to be a busy 2025. All right, then we look at Phase 6. Also, not too much to say here. I will point out, I've got Daredevil Born Again. I'm just guessing here. This is a year after the first season comes out. Maybe we get the second one. That'd be cool. And then who thought Vision Quest, or whatever it's going to be called, was really going to come out? But yep, it turns out we got an official announcement. Marvel sets the Vision series for 2026. So it says Marvel tapped Star Trek Picard executive producer Terry Matalas to resurrect Vision, the synthezoid played by Paul Bettany, for a new, untitled Disney Plus series set for 2026. Variety has learned exclusively. So, I mean, this is not officially Marvel saying it, but you can trust Variety. It's coming. So Bettany will return to the role, and Matalas will serve as the showrunner. So very, very cool. I really wanted to know what happened to Vision. I kind of thought this might not end up happening with them talking about cutbacks, but so far, I haven't seen much be cut back. Everything they talked about seems to be coming out. So, okay. Speaking of, Nova. Now, I'm just guessing early 2027. They have not given us any time frame for it, but it sounds like it is, only in the think tank area, only in the development area, because we learned this quote from, again, Brad Winterbaum. It's new territory for us, developing more shows than we produce. Nova certainly is exciting for us. We've got some great ideas simmering. I think there's a lot of potential there. I love Nova. Also from the comics, especially the Richard Rider era. We'll see what happens. Like you said, there's only so many release slots in the schedule, but we want to make sure everything we make is as good as it can possibly be. But I will say that this is a particular project that we are excited about and excited about developing. So remember, they had said they may develop more things than actually get produced. So he's kind of being careful with his words here, but I don't think they'd be talking this positively about it unless it was going to happen. At least they sure want it to. So that's exciting. And then we learned about an X-Men movie. They've been talking about this for a while, but the question was, what will it be? When will it be? Who will be in it? Etc. Well, all we know is this. Following the success of its animated series, X-Men 97, Marvel Studios is now ramping things up on its live-action X-Men movie with Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes scribe Michael Leslie in negotiations to pen the movie. So they don't have a director, but they look to have a writer here. The film is still in early development with no talent or director attached and no release date set. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige will produce. So I'm really curious. What do you think? I would love this to be an X-Men versus Avengers movie to come out before Secret Wars and maybe even use some of the characters that we saw in the Marvels post-credit scene. Remember, we saw Beast and a Binary, etc. Professor X was mentioned. So yeah, that would be my guess. If we get it before Secret Wars, is it'll be X-Men versus Avengers and two universes colliding and fighting with each other. That would be so cool. So cool. So anyway, not much else to add in Phase 6. I really, really hope that we get a slate for Phase 6 soon, sooner than later. And then we have all these rumored titles, which I'm going to keep them around until we know they're not happening. We have some of the movies, we have some of the shows, and then all those special presentations that are never going to happen, and all would have been cool, man. There's some really... Ghost Rider, Mephisto, Man-Thing, come on. The only thing I will say is I don't talk about rumors on the channel and leaks. I just don't get into the scooper game. But I will say, because I'm at least aware of discussions of a Hawkeye Season 2, which would be very cool, and then of Blonde Phantom of all things. So I'm not going to go into any details because Marvel has not released anything officially, so I'm not going to say anything more than the fact that these are out there. You can Google if you want more details on them, but I'm really surprised on the Blonde Phantom because I thought Marvel was going to stick to major properties going forward, and that would not be a major property. But hey, I'll trust Marvel if they think it's a good thing and it really is supposed to happen. Let it happen then. So there you go. That is the updates to the Phase 5 and Phase 6 slate. Obviously, lots to look forward to in the coming years. Let me know your thoughts about everything you saw. And don't forget, May contest, right? Be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steel book. And of course, we have that membership option if you're interested in that. And I always love to mention the Discord. So much going on. We have X Monday rewatches, as you can see. We have Multiverse and Mutant rewatches on Wednesdays. Here's even more of those. We even have more rewatches. WandaVision and then the Foxverse on Fridays. And then even more. So much going on. MMORPG, if that's your thing, people have a ton of fun doing this on the server. And then we have Marvel retrospectives. So 1,300 members on the server across the globe, conversations 24/7. We would love you to join in. I will leave a pinned comment so that you can join if you're interested. Also, if you don't mind, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out more content, and we'll all continue to enjoy the ever-growing, ever-changing Marvel Cinematic Universe.